Hey everyone, it's Anne from the Nurture Centre. So I talked yesterday about infant sleep, and I concentrated kind of on the early months, although I think some of that stuff that I said in my other video about sleep could be really food for thought for that entire first year at least. But really what I'd like to talk about is beyond the first year, or certainly beyond the first 6 months or so. And we have this idea that is popular, at least in our culture in New Zealand and a lot of countries, that at a certain point, children shouldn't need us at night and certainly not to go to sleep. Maybe they'll wake during the night and we might respond to them. But really, we don't like our sleep disturbed, and we don't like to have to be with our children to get them to sleep past the first few weeks or months or whatever it might be in your particular case. So I am here to assure you that eventually your children will fall asleep on their own and they will sleep through the night without needing your support. I cannot tell you when that will be, but it will happen. For some of us, it happens much faster, and for some kids, it takes a bit longer. So what you can do in the meantime is reassure them that you are there for them, and it doesn't have to just be when the sun is shining, when you feel like it. Parenting is a 24/7 job. It doesn't just quit because it's nighttime, okay? So if your child needs a little bit of reassurance, a little bit of closeness, a little bit of touch during the night or to get to sleep at night, that is okay. And surprisingly, the more you give them what they need in the early weeks, months, and years, the more adjusted they will be later. So it might feel like a sleep problem when your 1.5 or 2-year-old won't go to sleep without you sitting next to their bed, or laying in bed with them, or breastfeeding them to sleep. But that might be their normal, it might be what they need. And, part of parenting is, a big part of parenting, in fact, is for you as the mother especially, and the father, to set up all the rest of their relationships in life, right? So if you can assure them that you will respond to them how they need to be responded to, day and night, I guarantee you will have a better relationship with them as time progresses, and you will be creating a more independent child for the future, not more dependent. So we meet their need for us in the early years and months, and it actually really pays off with big dividends later. So if you're feeling frustrated with the amount of help or support that your child needs to get to sleep, fall asleep, stay in their own bed, one thing to look at is perhaps what kind of support you need so that you can cope with their needs. So we live very isolated lives often, and especially at night. Most of us don't have night nurses and people to look after our children for us. So we decide, hey, I need some time, I need my sleep. So sometimes it's about finding balance in your own life, and sometimes it's also just partly recognizing my kid has a strong need here and I feel like meeting it, and I know it will pay off for the future. If you need support around this, like I say all the time, please contact me, and I'm really happy to help you come up with some ways that will work for you and your family, so that you can meet your child's needs but also meet your needs, because hey, happy mum, happy baby. Thanks.